All right, so here's part two of the G license security guard class I went to. If you don't have the money to pay for your G license or your security guard license, the D license, just freeze it for 3 years. That's a maximum. Freeze your license. Every year, you must have 4 hours of range time. So August 2000, I got the license. August 2001, I would need get two papers, white and pink copies. And August 2002, I would have to renew the license. 3 months before, go to the range again and send both papers in. Call the State Department, $75 renewal fee plus 4 hours of range. I really didn't like the range because Tony Robbins taught to the Army how to teach shooting a gun from a tape I heard, audio tape. And he mentioned that first he would put the target so close that they could not miss, but it would get them accustomed to getting the bullet right on center or right on the target area, the actual bullseye. And from there, they would move this is the gun, they would move the target from so close, they would move it farther and farther away. Instead of the way that the class I took, the target was far away, and then they moved it closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And if you had never shot a gun before, the teacher noticed, he said, you started out pretty good. And then your arm must have gotten tired, he said, because you started, all of them are too low or etc. So build on success. To do that, put your target closer at the beginning. Now, if you're at a class, you got to obey whatever the teacher says. But for your own personal training, when you go to the range, perhaps you could arrange it so that it's the target, the paper is closer, and then you move it farther and farther away and farther away. And 4 hours was that one time that we went for 4 hours? I don't know. If it was 4 hours, I know my finger must have hurt. The trigger finger. Alright, the K-I-L-L word, kill. Don't use that word anymore. Alright? This is the only time I've used it here. Since 2000, I haven't used that word. Don't use that word because when you're in a court proceeding, the lawyer or the prosecutor, I think it's the one that wants to get you in trouble, the lawyer will say, oh, so you had intentions of, I use the word extinguishing, but you had intentions from this morning to go out there and K-I-L-L somebody. And that's when you say, no, I shot to stop him. To stop. To stop. That's the only reason you use it. In the United States, you gotta watch out for all these laws. And it's better if you don't work as a security guard. It's just better. You're not in that situation. And the way I looked at it was a 7-year-old woman is not a security guard, typically, right? So why should I be a security guard? But then if you follow my thinking, I have a 7-year-old lady that I met at the doctor's, and she became a friend of the spouse. And this lady, one time I asked her, well, I already knew her husband was dead or not there anymore, and that she had 4 or 5 kids, right? But the youngest is older than me, I think, 44 or something like that. So I asked her, did you work? What kind of work did you do? And she said, work. Which meant that she had not worked. She said, I stayed home. I took care of the kids. So there are people out there that have never worked outside of their own home. And this was only a year ago that I met her. So like, I want to be like that. Now, I don't say that I don't have any money. I say that I want to be a person that works from home, like the spider that builds a nest, and a nest, not a nest, a spider web, and everything comes. A mechanic would be an ideal trade, because everybody would go to you. I mean, sure, there are mechanics that go fix your car wherever your car is, but most of the time they have a shop, and it's just the way I like it. All right, inside a fenced building at 2 a.m., you see two guys. What do? You pull your gun, but keep it pointed to the floor. All right? That's inside a fenced building at 2 a.m. at night. You see two guys. What do? You pull your gun and keep it pointed to the floor. Now, outside, for example, in the street, on your beat, wherever you're supposed to be patrolling, you see two guys. You don't see any weapons. Don't pull your gun. Just touch and release the holster. Now you see how the law changes. Now, third scenario. Across the street, you see a man stabbing a woman. What do? You are supposed to do something, by the way. All right? You yell, drop the knife, drop the knife, drop the knife, and you pull the gun. After that bully turns to attack you, what do? You fire 2 shots. The bully keeps attacking you. You fire 2 more shots. If he still keeps coming, it probably means you missed. Keep firing 2 more shots. All right? That is what happens, right? Now, they didn't go over the scenario. If the bully is stabbing the woman, you yell, drop the knife, and the bully just keeps stabbing the woman. It doesn't say go over there. It doesn't say I've heard stories though about what some people do. They say, well, they patrol the other area at the time that they see the crime over there. I mean, it's in the Catholic faith, it would be a sin of omission, because you see something going wrong and then you don't do anything about it, then you are committing a sin of omission. For instance, good parents read and talk to their children. If you don't do any of that, it's a sin of omission. All right, in a lawsuit, the police comes. What do you say? I heard a woman scream. I saw a man stabbing the woman. I yelled, drop the knife. He turned to attack me. I fired Not the word shot. I fired 2 shots to stop him. Include that. I fired 2 shots to stop him. I fired 2 shots to stop him. The police want more information. What do? I need 5 minutes to compose myself. Police officer comes back. Then you say, I need a lawyer, and you stay quiet. If you keep talking, you get into more trouble. Then what do? Sell the car for $1, own nothing. Why? Because the lawsuit means that now most security officers, if you're working as a security guard, you don't have $1 million in the bank. So what whoever survives will sue you, and as a security guard, and you don't have any money, so they will go after the company that hired you. And the company will fire you, by the way, even if you did the good thing. All right, what's a tax write-off? $50 of range practice. Here's the scenario. The subject flees from an area. What do? First, second? All right, first, you see, for example, the car license plates, etc., the type of car. Second, you attend to the victim that was shot. And then, for example, it's a pretty girl, you know her for 7 months at the 7-Eleven, and now she was shot. And okay, let's talk about now books. There's a book called Fire Retention. It's about not using your gun before you pull it. What in the world am I reading here? It's keep your distance. All right, let's say it's 11:19 a.m. Appropriate use of force video. All right, then it goes on to deadly force. It's a no-no to defend property. You do not use deadly force, such as your gun, against a thief just to defend the property. The property would be a car that's being stolen or a house that's being broken into. Now, reasonable force. Number 1, talk. Here's the thing. There's the watcher. The watcher is, my actions must look defensive. The watcher. My actions must look defensive. Pretend that someone's watching you because there's probably a camera. Your actions must look defensive. Assault. Assault is when he grabs her purse, the bad guy grabs her purse. False imprisonment or unlawful arrest. Unlawful arrest. Negligence. Unproven accusations. You're going to jail. That's negligence. Raising my voice and angry gestures. That's negligence. Breach of duty. I don't know what that is, but that's negligence. Damages. Loss of wages, medical expenses. All right, another section. Detain, yes. Arrest, that's no. And no judgments. Don't make any judgments. All right, 11:40, 12:30. All right, the gun instructor, get the DI license. The K instructor, K1 or KI. That's a special training school by the NRA. It's 48 hours, range and classroom, revolver and shotgun. It's 1 week. Now the K instructor is 80% and above. Oh, maybe that's what I have to get, the score. Okay, plus hotel 1 week. It's $500. A $1,000 shotgun, $1,000. Oh no, $500, 1,000 shotgun, $500, 1,000 rounds handgun. Man, that's a lot of bullets, isn't it? 1,000? I think you get 50 on the box. How many boxes are that? All right, the K instructor is $400 class. I need a sponsor. If you love it, continue with it. To become a K instructor. All right, 1 year and 1 day. That's a misdemeanor. 1 day to 1 year. Whoa, wait a minute. A misdemeanor is 1 day to 1 year in jail. A felony is 1 year plus 1 day. All right, here we go with domestic violence. 2 years later, I drop my girlfriend. She goes to police station and I'm arrested. Doesn't show the court date, and I lose all my state licenses. All right, that's interesting. 2 years later, huh? All right, you gotta have 3 moves. Tell the cop I have a gun. 3 moves. It must be encased in plain view. Now, what's for concealed permit? All right, private carrier, self-defense, can't work with it except with waiver. 790 equals concealed. For example, wear a jacket and hide gun. That's okay. Security, 493. Gun must be seen, plain view on body. Don't lend your gun. And then the company Dunbar, they give you the gun. All right, the D&G, only on waste or permits. D&G equals work, security. The D license and G license. You get to wear a gun, but only on your waist. Now, concealed weapons permit, you get to carry in the back pocket. Maybe if you have a concealed weapons permit, I think you could carry it in your socks or something. I don't know. Now, the C or CC and G equals no permit, no concealed weapons permit. Shh, that equals shh, I'm working on a secret case. Equals shh, like a lawyer or doctor can't tell, confidentiality. All right, well, that's for a C and CC. All right. All right, here's another video. Pistol shooting fundamentals. All right, I'm going to make another one. It's getting long. Enjoy your life. Be better than I am. Don't work as a security guard. It's not worth it.